Turn it back, turn the shit back. Sorry, the camera was facing the other way. It was like, y'all don't need to see that. Hi, Into Red Rum. It's Tony. I am here with, I guess, a quick video. I'm gonna do maybe another mini video after this, but it's accepting my darker nature. So last year, like Halloween-ish, somewhere around there, somebody that I was feeling and into left my life, and I watched a tarot reading. It was like a general reading, but it resonated a lot when it came to like the description of that person. And while it may seem very arbitrary, I kind of took that to heart and the lessons to heart about that. And what I've realized in this job that I have, that I am working in right now, is that my darker nature shows up a lot in my work, and my darker nature shows a lot in my relationships. And I'm okay with not being as nice. I don't even say as I thought, but as nice as I thought, or as nice as people expect, or I just don't care anymore if people think I'm like this overly nice person and stuff like that. Growing up, people have always kind of pitched me as like the mean person, or kind of like the bad guy, or like something like that, because I wasn't as readily open with people. Like, I'm not really open with a lot of people in my family. Not that I hate them, it's just I've had hurtful experiences and I would rather just not deal with people after that. I have a really long memory. I can forgive, but I don't forget, and I rarely forgive either too. So it's like, there's that. I will not forget like a lot of things. And it's not like if I see you on the street, it's on sight. It's just I don't forget things, right? So for me, it's very little that you can do where I'm gonna be like, yeah, we're cool again. Like for the most part, no. So there's that. But I have learned to accept my darker nature, my bitchiness, my mood swings, my vacillation. This is all signs of bipolar, right? Bipolar disorder. But I do kind of feel like my darker nature is just very linked to not trusting other people. And not untrusting other people is like, you brush past me and I think like you're just an enemy or something like that. It's just, I've had people in my life kind of act a certain way, kind of act weird about stuff, and for me, I'm just like, I can't deal with this. Like, as emotional as I am, I do step back and I observe people, and I know when people tolerate me, but they don't like me. And, you know, that is something that does bring out my lower nature. And for me, I've just kind of accepted that I'm not interested in being everyone's friend. I'm not interested in being friendly with everyone. I'm not interested in praising people. I'm just not interested in, I guess, the way that we as a society, particularly when it comes to women, push like relationships. I think that a lot of people's relationships are not that strong. They are really frankly non-existent, or they're severely underdeveloped to the point that like people really don't realize real relationships because they've never had them, and then also they've never worked on themselves enough to where a strong relationship could be possible because they don't have a strong internal like sense. I think we base so many relationships on like social media relationships as opposed to like social media followers and stuff like that, and how many people you can talk to is like friendships versus like actual relationships, actual advice that people will give, actual resources that people will give. I think people have a very inflated sense of what friendships they have, and understanding my darker nature means that I understand that I'm just not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and frankly, everybody's not my cup of tea, so what's the problem? And that's something that people need to know. Like, you don't like everybody, so don't expect everybody to like you. But my darker nature, my biases, my prejudices are really apparent at this moment. And I guess that's Pluto going into Aquarius, squaring all of those belief systems that I have and challenging me to see them through conflict, but not necessarily direct oppositional conflict. Conflict that's irking enough that you notice it, but not threatening to where you have to like combat it, right? So there's like a potential for long-term like issues if you don't resolve them, but like not so severe as in like a fatality, so to speak, I guess is how I would see an opposition versus a square. And Pluto will be squaring my Pluto, so it'll be opposed to my moon, but it'll be squaring my Pluto. So I really have come to accept darker pieces of myself and just not care so much. And I think also turning 30 this year is something that really needed to be done, because before I think I was so wrapped up in wanting to be liked and wanting to be loved and wanting to not be abandoned, and now it's just like, take it or leave it. Like, this is who I am. Like, are you like what? Like, you know? And I'll tell you another thing, when it comes to like relationships, like with romance and stuff like that, the last few people I've been overly people pleasing about and I didn't express myself, the person that I'm kind of like interested in now, like I'm more willing to like just be like, look, you're pissing me off right now, like go away, get off my phone. And just accepting that I'm not gonna be this perfect lover. And I will do a video on that, relationships and like the fairy tale that people keep talking about with women and how women live in fairy tales. I kind of see what they're talking about, but it's kind of not exactly worded like that. So yeah, I'm more vulnerable with this person. I'm more annoyed with this person. I'm more human emotions with this person. So it spells that I'm going in the right direction to be more humanly, just more human, I guess. Less trying to be perfect, less trying to like have this perfect image of myself presented to the world. You know, take it or leave it, shit. That's where I am. So yeah, understanding the darker nature of oneself is really helpful for going forward, because you can integrate yourself and then you stop caring. So yeah, all right, I think that's it. So thanks for watching.